All right, almost showtime. Set. 5 minutes? No problem, man. I just got to hook up my pedal board to my amp. Be good to go. All right, just need some cables. What the f? God damn it, Jimmy, who put these away, man? Now I'm gonna be late for the set. You I told you not to put that away. I told you to coil wrap it the right way. Over under Hey, D-Rock, man, I got what you need. PedalSnake. While D-Rock's yelling at his roadie, I'm gonna give you a review of the PedalSnake. Coming right up. Man bun metalhead here. In my hands I hold a PedalSnake. And basically all this PedalSnake is a cable snake that is specifically designed for connecting your pedal board to your amp. And is really simple. This PedalSnake is a 18-foot 4-channel. They also make a 4-channel 24-foot, as well as 7-channel snakes in both sizes, 18 and 24 foot. Now on each side of your snake you're going to have a amp end and you're going to have a pedal end, easily marked. For each channel, you're going to have a MIDI connector on either end of the cable. The first channel is going to be 5 wires, and the remaining channels are going to be 3 wires. Now, you only need 3 wires for the most part for most of the connections. Something like connection to the amp is usually a tip sleeve, so you only need 1. Sometimes you'll need a tip ring sleeve, so that's 3. The 1 is there with the full 5 for like a MIDI connection. So each channel is color coded. So I have white, blue, black, and red on amp and pedal side. So that makes it really easy for hooking up. Now once you've decided on what PedalSnake length and number of channels you want, you got to figure out what connectors you want. And this is where it's really cool because it's very modular. They sell 3 different types of connectors. One is a tip sleeve, one is a tip ring sleeve, and then one is a split audio, so you have a white and red. Now each set of connectors will come with a straight and a right angle. You can see them right here. So we have a right angle connector, and this is usually going to connect to the pedal board. And then we have a straight connector, and this will usually connect to your amp. And it's really simple. You just take whatever channel you want to go to and then connect the MIDI connectors up. Once that is done, you just connect it to your pedal and your amp. Now it's as simple as that. You buy your PedalSnake, you buy your connectors, and you're good to go. What's really great is, like I said, the modular aspect of this. If you decide to order a custom snake where you have fixed connectors, you might later on want to change your pedal setup or change your layout, and then you're stuck with whatever connector it came with. So in this case, you just take off the connector, you grab a new one, pop it on, and you're good to go. So that's awesome. The other great thing about it is, just like with any snake, you have one cable. One single cable you have to run instead of 4. In my case, it would be 4 cables. So it's easy. You wrap it up. When you're done, you throw one cable out. There's no worry about it getting tangled up in there. I mean, you can get tangled up with the other wires, but there's less chance. You only have to get one untangled in that case instead of having to untangle 4 wires. So it wraps up really nice. It's pretty thin. It's maybe about twice the size of a normal guitar cable, but when you add 4 cables into that, you know, you got a good bulk there that you're running. Yeah, it's as simple as that. They also offer some power connectors as well to go from a wall wart on the amp side to a pedal connector on the pedal board side. And I think that is for grounding issues. So sometimes you want to make sure that your pedals and your amp are on the same ground connection. That way you're going to reduce the chance of getting hum, but I don't use it for that. Now I have a couple gripes, I guess you would say, about the PedalSnake. Things that I think could be maybe fixed in the future. Now they use a 5-pin MIDI connector on here, which is very common, probably easily to source, low cost, which is great. But the problem is when you make the connection, there's nothing locking it in place. And it's really easy. If this gets caught somewhere, you can really easily pull it out. There's ways to get around that. I mean, you could use some electrical tape or some sort of tape on here to secure the two together. It's just a minor gripe on my side. I would like to see some sort of locking mechanism in there that would make this a lot more robust, I think. And the other thing that I don't really like as much is all the jumper cables that come with are all black. And when you're going to connect this up, you're at a gig and connected this to the pedal board, connected to the amp. You want to make sure you see this cable, not this cable. And these are about 1 foot long, so then you got to kind of run back and, okay, that's white, and then make sure you plug that one into the right spot. Not a huge gripe. It would just be quicker if this cable was that color. So if they sold, it might be too hard, but to sell all these in the different colors, each cable. But if they sold some sort of way to mark maybe the end of each cable with that specific color, I mean, you can do that yourself. But it's just a minor thing. But really, other than that, I mean, this thing is fantastic. I mean, I can get once I get my amp set up, I get my pedal boards, on the ground. I have 4 connections to make, 1 cable to run, and I can get this thing run in a matter of minutes. Whereas getting 4 cables out of my box, making sure they're not tangled up, I mean, it's just rough. So having to run only 1 cable, make 4 connections instead of running 4 cables with the 4 connections, it's just a lot easier in my opinion. Especially when you get to gig, you're trying to set everything up, trying to set your stuff up. If you're in between bands, you're trying to make it really quick. I mean, this just saves so much time, so much headache, and it's totally worth it in my book. Now, I'll go ahead and put links down to the PedalSnake website if you want to check them out. Now, if you found this video useful, please give it a like right down there. And if you want to see more of what I'm working on, my reviews and stuff, give me a subscribe. But hey, until next time, rock on. Oh, damn, he left his beer here. See you.